Allegations of dirty tricks, and it's getting nastier by the second. Donald Trump tweeting this: Ted Cruz has now apologized to Marco Rubio and Ben Carson for fraud and dirty tricks. No wonder he, meaning Cruz, has lost evangelical support. Ouch, that one hurts. And it does not stop there. Now Senator Cruz even firing his campaign communications director. Here's what led to that firing, though. The Cruz campaign linked to a video falsely claiming Senator Rubio making a critical comment about the Bible to a Cruz staffer. And that staffer, well, he was sitting next to Cruz's father. Turns out the video has a fake caption, and Senator Rubio never said that. So Senator Rubio demanded that Senator Cruz take action. And tonight, Cruz's communication director, Rick Tyler, he's out the door.
This morning, I asked for Rick Tyler's resignation. Rick Tyler's a good man. This was a grave error of judgment. It turned out the news story he sent around was false, but I'll tell you, even if it was true, we are not a campaign that is going to question the faith of another candidate. Even if it was true, our campaign should not have sent it. That's why I've asked for Rick Tyler's resignation.
Yeah, the record political panel joins us now from The Hill, ABC Saturday, and from the Washington Post, Karen Tumulty. Karen, it's been a while since we've heard so many dirty tricks allegations, and of course this video that was linked to was false.
And what was odd, though, was Ted Cruz then repeated the phrase, even if it was true, twice.
So you're sticking him a little bit.
It was just preposterous, the idea that Marco Rubio would have walked by Ted Cruz's father and said something insulting about the Bible. It was just a completely preposterous charge. So I think, that is what Ted Cruz should have said. That was preposterous, not even if it was true, we wouldn't go there.
Well, he couldn't contain himself, I guess, but at least he did take some action, which was demanded by Rubio. He fired his communications director.
I think that after the situation with Dr. Carson in Iowa, Ted Cruz saw that this was a developing narrative, and it was really where there's too much smoke, there could be fire. And so he had to do something that was, some display of accountability. And I think he would have done it. Even if Marco Rubio didn't say someone should be fired, I think that just the potency of this story and its political peril would have led him. It's not just the subject anymore of Donald Trump's complaints about Cruz. It was going to be Rubio, too, and that was going to be too much to take in day in and day out.
Well, this isn't going to surprise anyone, but Donald Trump jumped into this spat between Cruz and Rubio, tweeting these two tweets. One is, just saw the phony ad by Cruz, totally false, more dirty tricks, he got caught in so many lies. Is this man crazy? As, of course, he meant by Cruz. And another one, Ted Cruz has now apologized to Marco Rubio and Ben Carson for fraud and dirty tricks. No wonder he's lost the evangelical support.
I don't know that he's lost the evangelical support at this point.
He didn't win South Carolina.
No, but he has also got a very good ground organization. And, we will see going into the so-called SEC primary in the South. But the fact is, going after Ted Cruz's character is it's a pretty strong attack.
Well, except that, I think it's pretty safe to say that the campaign's gotten caught. Now, I say the campaign, not Ted Cruz, but the campaign has gotten caught doing some things that aren't exactly above board.
Well, I think that Ted Cruz hopes that'll come to an end and they can move on to a different narrative. I think Karen's right. He's put an operation into place, at least in Iowa 3 years ago. He's been working those southern states. Ground game is important, but he hoped to turn out evangelicals, and he got pounded by Donald Trump with evangelical voters. So if his path to the nomination is predicated on bringing out evangelicals and proving that, they are the ones who can be decisive and unite around a conservative who can make it to the nomination, if they're going for Trump in South Carolina, why aren't they going to go for him other places? And that's really Ted Cruz's big problem now.
Well, except that, and today it's become the narrative is whether or not the Ted Cruz campaign does dirty tricks, and which is not exactly the narrative that I think any campaign wants. But let me bring the viewers in on this one. Now is your chance, viewers. Vote at home on Twitter. Was Senator Ted Cruz right to fire his campaign communications director? So tweet yes or no using hashtag Greta. We're going to show you your live Twitter votes throughout the show. Do you agree this is not the narrative that Ted Cruz was hoping for today?
Absolutely not. His whole campaign message was, I'm this guy strong enough of character to stand up to Washington. I've got a proven record. And it was really all about, as he keeps saying, his titanium spine. This is a guy who has built his entire campaign on character.